Hi, today I'm going to show you a recipe for Mexican lasagna. This is something of my own, so it's just something I'm throw together. Anyways, I'm going to start off with this right here, and it looks gross, but it's good. It's refried beans and salsa. It's 2 cans of refried beans, and if you make your own, it'll be about 30 ounces or so of refried beans, and then 1.5 to 2 cups of salsa of your choice. And you can use whatever kind of refried beans you would want to. And you do this kind of like you would if you were making a regular lasagna. I got something else in my way over here. Let me move it over. You do it like you would a regular lasagna so that your noodles, in this case will be tortillas, won't stick to the bottom. You just stick some in the bottom of your pan. You go, this little thing is making noises. Anyway, you just put some in there, and this will keep your noodles from sticking, and you know, just give it a little extra tasty yumminess. So you just spread that all in the bottom, and then you start with your noodles, or in this case, it's not really noodles, it's tortillas. You can use whatever kind you want. These are like the 6-inch ones, I think. And you just put them in your pan, and if they're overlapping, you can tear them to fit. And it does not matter if they overlap some. It doesn't matter if they overlap completely. But you just kind of do it the way that fits your pan. This is a 9 by 13 pan. So that's what I'm using. And then you go on with another layer. You can choose whatever you want. In this case, we're going to use black beans. And I'm going to use 2 cans of black beans. And I have drained and rinsed them because I always do. But just 2 cans of those. This does have a lot of beans in it. And the reason why that it has a lot of beans is to cut cost with the meat situation. Now you can just go ahead and make your own black beans too. You can just cook them up and have them, you know, ready to go as long as they're cooked. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little of my cheese on here as kind of a glue. And I'm just using mild cheddar cheese. Or this may be sharp cheddar. I don't remember. But either way, it's kind of frozen because it was in the, I had it in the freezer, of course. And I always, you know, I just buy extra and freeze some. So my hand is going to look gross probably for the duration of this video because I've just touched the frozen cheese. I don't know if anybody else has that problem or not. And if you do, and you have a trick to keep frozen cheese from sticking to your hands, let me know. Alright, another layer of the noodles. And I'm just going to put those in. I'm just going to do them like this time. Kind of like that. Whoop, that one fell on the stove top. Okay, and then I'm going to put, you squish it down a little bit too because there's going to be quite a few things. This is taco meat. Just like if you would make tacos, you just brown your ground beef, turkey, chicken, whatever ground meat you want to use, deer, whatever. You brown it and you season it like you would tacos. So you just do that, and then you just pour it in. This was probably, it wasn't a pound, but you just put that on. Alright, and then I'm going to, on this layer, put in some Mexican style corn. You don't have to do this, it's just yummy. Corn is just good. And the salsa I used actually had a little corn in it too. You just spread that out. Now this is not going to, like the noodles, well, the tortillas are not going to expand like noodles would in lasagna, so you don't have to worry about that part. The next thing will be some more of your you'll put some more of the glue, the salsa and beans. Put that on a good layer to cover everything, and your corn is going to get all stuck up in there, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be delicious either way. So you just put that on, and I'm going to need a little bit more because I didn't get enough. Thought I had enough, but I didn't. And then I'm going to put another layer of cheese on here. Or you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to do another layer of the tortillas. Because I'm getting ahead of myself just a little bit. Now I'm going to put the rest of this, every bit that I have left, and there's a lot of beans in this because of the black beans and the refried beans, and that means there's going to be a lot of protein, but you just put however much you want. If you don't want to use the black beans because you don't like them, you don't have to. I don't know any way to do this without the refried beans, but you could do refried black beans or, you know, something like that. You could do it probably without the refried beans, but it wouldn't be as, you know, substantial. But this is just a way to use a little less meat too and have multiple meals because this will feed us. Well, it'll feed us tonight, and then my husband will take it to work, and my son will have it for lunch. And probably he'll have it for lunch a couple of times, my son will. And then I'm going to put the cheese. I'm going to put a layer of that on here, but I'm not going to do it yet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some aluminum foil over. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to put some aluminum foil over it, and I'm going to put it in the oven for about 15 minutes. Or, well, no, I'm sorry, that's backwards. 30 minutes I'm going to put it in the oven for, and then I'm going to take it out, spread my cheese all over the top, and then put it back in for another 15 or so. Everything in this dish is already cooked. You just want everything to get nice and hot and bubbly and mixed together. So, whenever you see this again, it will be whenever I add the cheese to the next layer, and then I'll cook it for another 15 minutes. See you in a second. Okay, this is what it looks like after it has cooked for about 30 minutes or so. There's something else you could have done to this if you'd like to. You could have chopped up an onion and put in there, but there was already onion in the salsa, so there's no sense in that. Or a bell pepper or whatever you want to do. You can add whatever you want to this. So, the last step is to add some more cheese, add as much or as little as you'd like, and then put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes or so. So, I'm going to add my cheese, and then I'm going to put it back in. We're some cheese-loving folks around here, so I'm just going to put all of that in there. And just spread it around all the way to the edges. And then, uncovered, of course, you stick it back in the oven to let that melt. And it may take 15 minutes. It may take less. It's just according. I just say 15 minutes because it just seems like a pretty good number to go by to make sure that it's all melted and yummy, delicious. So, after this is done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like on a plate. I'll also show you what it looks like in here, but I'll show you what it looks like on a plate too. Okay, this is what it looks like whenever it comes out of the oven, and like any lasagna, you really should let it sit for a little bit before you cut into it, but I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut some and show you what it looks like on the plate. hopefully it'll work right. Set that there. Okay. Get all those goodies out of there. Alright. And this is what it looks like. You can add, let's see if I can get the layers. You can add, like, I like to add lettuce on it. Cut it up and put it on there, and tomato. You can add sour cream, guacamole. You know, whatever you want that you would actually put on a taco or something, or taco salad or anything like that. You can add whatever you want to the top of this. And, oop, I'm hitting the plate. And, you know, to dress it up. But it's very frugal because you're not using as much meat, and you can make quite a bit with this casserole, and you can feed several people. You can have this for like a dish at like a little party or whatever, and cut it up into smaller little pieces, or make it into like little muffin tins. I've not tried this in the crock pot, but you might could do that. And a lot of you know that I make freezer meals. I would not do this as a freezer meal, because whenever I tried it, the tortillas got really weird. So I would not recommend it for that. But you could go ahead and cook you up some of the ground meat and have it ready beforehand. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified whenever I upload a video. And share this video if you'd like to. And comment. Leave me comment down below of any kind of recipes you have like this, or something such as that. You know, just if you've ever tried something like this. Yeah, that's all I have. So thank you for watching again. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.